It's your favorite extroverted introvert. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm doing a book review, The Purpose Driven Life. For a long time, the search for my purpose puzzled me a lot because I was searching in the wrong place. Then my mentor recommended I read The Purpose Driven Life. Thank you so much, Sir Enoch. This book has blessed me and has made me understand what my purpose truly is. This book didn't just teach me about purpose, it made my understanding of life change. This book was written by Rick Warren. It's a Christian devotional that has been written to help individuals understand their purpose. And the most amazing thing about this book is that it has been divided for every day. So if you're a lazy reader like me, he has made it easy for us to read the book. So it has a 40-day plan. So you're going to read the book for 40 days. Yes. And I'm only on the 5th day, and this book has really helped me. That's what I want to share with you. The book begins with the question that almost all of us have asked before, and it is, what on earth am I here for? Yes, I've asked that question before. There were times where I used to be confused about my purpose. I used to think, oh God, what am I on earth for? I used to follow the crowd a lot. So anything that everyone is doing, I do the same. I just go with the flow. But no, everyone has a purpose. Everyone is unique. To make answering the question, what am I here for, very easy, Rick Warren quoted a scripture in the Bible, Proverbs 11:28. I read, the life devoted to things is a dead life, a stump. A God-shaped life is a flourishing life. A God-shaped life is a flourishing life. That is why he went on to explain that we have to see life in God's view. We have to see life from God's perspective, not other people's perspective. I didn't really have any other expectation because I knew it was going to be a blessing because it's coming from the right person. For my main lessons in this book, I've written them down. Back in SHS, my mentor used to say something that the shortest pencil is better than the longest brain. This book, I call it the book of wisdom nuggets. My friend Ellie taught me that. Wisdom nuggets. Let's get straight into what my main lesson has been. My main lesson 1, is it is God who directs the lives of his creatures. Everyone's life is in his power. So what I took from this, Rick Warren went on to explain that no one is an accident. I am not an accident. You are not an accident. Even before our parents conceived us, we were already conceived in God's mind. Do you know how loving that is? He created us so that he could love us. And moving straight to the 3rd chapter of this book, the 3rd chapter of this book made me understand that I used to make decisions based on fear. And Rick Warren said something that no matter what the reason is, fear-driven people always miss great opportunities. Since then, I stopped taking life on a latter trajectory. I started understanding life on a different and a higher trajectory. I stopped making decisions based on my fear. I've started taking risks, and I'm not playing it small. As you can see, I'm not playing it small at all. The 3rd thing that stood out for me is being controlled by the opinions of others is a guaranteed way to miss God's purpose for your life. Let me take that again. Being controlled by the opinions of others is a guaranteed way to miss God's purpose for your life. So if you are living life to please other people, it's on your head. There's one poem in the book that I took a picture of, so I'd like to read it for you. The poem is by Russell Kelfer, and I read, you are who you are for a reason. You are part of an intricate plan. You are a precious and perfect unique. You are a precious and perfect unique design, called God's special woman for man. You look like you look for a reason. Our God made no mistake. He knit you together within the womb. You are just what He wanted to make. The parents you had were the ones He chose. And no matter how you feel, and no matter how you may feel, they were custom designed with God's plan in mind. And they bear the Master's seal. No, that trauma you faced was not easy. And God wept it hurts you so. But it was allowed to shape your heart so that into His likeness you would grow. You are who you are for a reason. You've been formed by the Master's rod. You are who you are, beloved, because there is a God. This poem, I really love it. I enjoyed the book, and I advise that everyone reads this book, The Purpose-Driven Life. I mentioned it earlier in one of my vlogs, and I just thought to share a snippet for you guys so that you understand what exactly the book contains, so it will motivate you to read. I like how the book constantly reminds us that life isn't random and everyone has a meaning.